Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing an unboxing and review of the Aoxgao or Aoxgao Replacement Toothbrush Heads for the Oral-B toothbrushes. Specifically, my model is going to be the Oral-B Pro 1500. I've been using this toothbrush for about a year. I absolutely love it, highly recommend it. But recently I ran out of replacement toothbrush heads, and so I went on Amazon, actually looked at the Oral-B toothbrush heads, and you could get about 10 for about like $35, which was a little bit more expensive than I remember in the past. And so I looked at other brand options, came across this Aoxgao or Aoxgao replacement toothbrush heads, and it had pretty good reviews. And so I ended up purchasing this for $16 for a pack of 16. And so what we'll do in this video is I'll show you the packaging, we'll open up the box, we'll show you the toothbrush heads, and then I'll walk through putting it on my Oral-B 1500 so you can get a general sense of how it performs. And then if I run into issues in the long term, I'll do a follow-up video to discuss kind of any issues as far as brush quality or kind of like durability. All right, so first off, this is the toothbrush I typically use, which is the Oral-B Pro 1500. I got this about a year and a half ago. Absolutely love this thing. It's got a lithium battery. Usually you can get about like a week's worth of brushing your teeth out of this before there's a red light on the bottom that shows that it needs to be charged. And then once you charge it, it'll kind of charge very quickly, and then you'll have a consistent charge. Overall, this toothbrush, highly recommend it. You can check out my other video on this. The main reason why I'm showing it in this for the purpose of this video is the fact that this toothbrush head is kind of worn out. I've had it for about a month, and I've been using the sensitive gum care kind of line because I have like sensitive gums, and it works really well. But because this was running out, I wanted to get replacement toothbrush heads. Found that the Oral-B ones were a little bit too expensive at like $3 a toothbrush head, which was more than I remember it being. I remember getting like them for like $16 in the past for these, so whatever it is what it is. So as a replacement, I ended up purchasing this like off-brand non-Oral-B replacement toothbrush head. So this is, it'll show on the back, but it's Aoxgao. There's a link below in the description, but this is the packaging it comes in. Really off the bat, like immediately when you look at this, there's something wrong with it. So it says cleaner teeth without a space, and then it says healthier gums. So it doesn't really make sense from an English standpoint, which is always concerning, but it's very generic packaging. And then on the back here, they've got some general information here, not too much, but it basically says it's bristles materials are DuPont, bristles diameter 0.15 millimeters, body materials are PE plus ABS, dealing process is bristles external grinding, which doesn't make sense. And then it says high quality replacement brush heads offering exceptional cleaning of tooth surfaces, gums without a space, and deep in between the teeth, effectively removes plaque without irritating gums. Dentists recommend you replace the head every 3 months. It does report that it's FDA approved, so that is what it is. So it did go through the FDA, so you can take that for what it is. But in general, the packaging is not reassuring, and it's probably, I think it's made in China, I believe. Or actually it's made in Austin, Texas, so it's made in Texas, so that is what it is. But we'll just get this package open and I'll show you the actual toothbrush head. So let's see what comes in this packaging. So on Amazon, they're gonna have two separate packages. There's gonna be, or two separate designs. One is gonna be black toothbrush heads. I picked the white because I have the white version of the Pro 1500. There's gonna be an instruction manual here. It just kind of says instructions for brushing your teeth, I think. Yeah, I don't even, yeah, so this is in English. It has instructions as far as brushing your teeth, but that's really about it, which most people understand and know. And then there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 16 total bristles. And I believe there's 4 separate designs in here, and they basically replicate the designs of the Oral-B toothbrushes. So if you look here, there's this like blue, white, and green pattern. There's going to be several ones of those, which is all these, I believe. And very similar to the Oral-B version, they do have an indicator on the bottom that has a different color. So if you have multiple toothbrushes in your home, you can designate which ones people use. As far as a direct side-by-side comparison, some nuances. The toothbrush head size is about the same as far as compared to the Oral-B one. They don't have an opening here. Or they don't have an opening on the front, but they have an opening on the back for the toothbrush. It's only one opening, so that's one thing you have to be cautious for, is that mold or stuff can build up in this in the bottom here, so that's one thing you want to be careful of. So just what I do is I typically take off the toothbrush head and leave it aside so it can dry in between brushing. But overall, the general size and fit is very similar, and it looks like the mechanism's very similar too. So this is the one version. So that's the one design. We'll look at this one. So this is, I think, very similar to Crest or Oral-B's 3D white. So there's this rubber thing in the middle and bristles on the side. So that's that one, which is these four. Okay. And so that's four of those. And then let's look at these without spilling them all over the place. So this is what they consider as their like minimal or like light gum type one. So that's that one. So the bristles are a little bit softer for that. So there's four of those. And then lastly, this is the one I actually originally used with my Pro 1500. This is, I don't remember what it's called, but it's basically got these rubber ones that I think it's a floss action one, where it's got these rubber bristles that kind of floss or alternate between, and then regular bristles intermixed. So that's the fourth one. So those are the four separate designs. They're basically replicating the Oral-B design to a certain extent. I don't know as far as the quality and durability of these as compared to the original Pro the Oral-B heads, but they're about half the price or even cheaper. So these 16 cost $16, so it comes out to about $1 each, versus if you go on Amazon, you can get about, I think, 10 of the Oral-B ones for $35 or so, which is about $3 each. Real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put each of these types of toothbrush heads on my Oral-B to test them out and show you what it looks like. So as far as fit, it does fit really easily. There's no issues there. It does stay snug on the actual head, and then we'll take a look at the actual mechanism. So when I turn it on, it is spinning. As you can tell, it is spinning as expected. There's no issues as far as it functionality wise there. So that's the one with the floss action, so that's what it looks like. Here's like the sensitive gum one. We'll just throw this on real quick, just give it a sense there. So very similar, it's spinning as well. And just for comparison, I'm going to put it on my current one, just so you can get a side-by-side comparison. So I'll say that side-by-side, the Oral-B one does spin a little bit more in a circular direction versus this one. It looks like it doesn't spin as much as far as rotation. So if we feel this, it rotates about that much. So it's about, I'd say, like maybe a quarter, versus the Oral-B one turns about 50%. So the Oral-B one does definitely turn more, so there might be issues as far as the overall quality of brushing, so we'll have to be very cautious with that. This is going to be this 3D white one. Which very similar, it rotates a little bit but not as much, and what I'm finding is I think it doesn't rotate as well with pressure, so that's something to be cognizant of. And then lastly, we'll look at this last one here. So yeah, very similar. It doesn't brush as well. So I mean, I bought these just because they're cheaper. To be honest, I'm probably gonna try these out, see if they work. If they don't work or I notice a poorer quality, I'm just gonna toss them, but it was worth trying. In general, it seems like the overall design and appearance of it is supposed to replicate the Oral-B version, but there might be quality issues as far as functionality and how well it performs as far as brushing your teeth. And as always, like your dental hygiene is more important than saving a cheap amount. So I'll probably try these out. If they don't work, I'll just throw them out, but it's worth a try. And if not, I'll just switch back to the Oral-B ones. But that's really all I have for this video. I just wanted to show you, just because if you're in the process of trying to buy this online, it gives you a general sense of what you're getting into. And then what I'll do is I'll do a follow-up video on these as I use them to see if I notice any quality issues, durability issues, or any brushing issues as far as irritation or kind of cleaning aspect of brushing my teeth. So thanks for watching. If you have questions, comments, post them below. Otherwise, please subscribe to my channel.